Next witness.
Your Honor, defense calls Sigmund Freud to the stand.
Me, Dr. Sigmund Shlomo Freud.
Dr. Freud, would it be accurate to say that you qualify as an expert in the field of modern psychiatry?
Fräulein, I am modern psychiatrist.
Objection! Your Honor, the witness is boasting.
Overruled.
But a boaster, Your Eminence, it is distasteful.
Sit down, Elfahida.
I lunge to obey you, Your Grace. But let the record reflect, prosecution has grave reservations about this man's alleged so-called standing as a psychiatric expert.
Perhaps a quick jaunt to London for a leisurely perusal of the standard edition of the complete psychological works of Sigmund Freud, volumes 1 through 24, would set your mind at ease?
And perhaps it would if you were indeed Sigmund. Oh, I see. Sorry.
Dr. Freud, you are in fact the founder of psychoanalysis, correct?
I am.
You maintained a practice in the field of neuropathology for nearly a half-century, is that not so?
It is.
You were on the cover of Time magazine in an issue dedicated to the greatest scientific minds of the 20th century.
I was.
Are you familiar, Dr. Freud, with the case history of one Judas Iscariot?
Most certainly.
In your expert opinion, Dr. Freud, can a suicide victim be pre-certified as psychotic?
Without question. Man's instinct for self-preservation is his most supple and reflexive muscle. When that muscle fails, it is because his mind has failed. A decision to take one's own life can only be precipitated by a failure of the mind, an irrational rebellion against man's most basic instinct to endure and live. Therefore, yes, the victim of suicide must be pre-certified as indeed psychotic.
In your expert opinion, Dr. Freud, was Judas Iscariot a psychotic?
Without question.
And are psychotics responsible for their actions?
No, they are not. For example, say I have a bad bout of influenza. As a result of my bad influenza, I sneeze rudely, but involuntarily in your face. The next morning, you wake up with the same flu. Did I cause your flu? No. My flu caused your flu. I only sneezed because I was sick.
Dr. Freud, in your opinion, does Judas Iscariot belong in hell?
No, he does not.
Explain.
Suicide is a direct sign of mental illness.
But did he become mentally ill after allegedly betraying Jesus of Nazareth? Or was he mentally ill to begin with?
Pre-programmed, yes. You must understand. Normal people do not kill themselves, even under extreme duress.
And what would you say to people who would say that Judas brought about his own mental illness by betraying Jesus and getting him crucified?
I would say this. Number one, you cannot conjure or bring about mental illness. Number two, any God who punishes the mentally ill is not worth worshipping. Well, to number three, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. The person who could have prevented this tragedy was Jesus, not Judas. He chose not to.
But isn't Judas responsible because he did what he did of his own free will?
Fräulein, I once had a suicidal patient leap through my fourth-floor window to her death. She exercised her free will. Did I build her estate for the broken plate glass window she leapt through? Of course not. My friend Winston Churchill, who provided me safe haven from the Nazis in 1938, likes to say, the price of greatness is responsibility. I believe firmly in taking responsibility. So, after the unfortunate woman's death, I exercised responsibility for my greatness by moving my offices to the ground floor. I should think God would have done the same.
Your witness.
Yes, Dr. Freud. Sorry for the mix-up before.
Excuse me.
So, Herr Doctor, I must admit I'm intimidated to be in the midst of such greatness. After all, you are a genius, correct?
Correct.
An expert.
I am
A big brain.
unequivocally.
Yes, unequivocally. Nice word. And it rolls off your tongue so effortlessly. Really, I am impressed. A little tired, aren't we, Doctor? Perhaps a kilo or two of fine-grade Bolivian flake would restore your pet.
Excuse me?
Cocaine, Doctor! Blow, flake, rock. She don't lie, does she, Doc? What? Over a 12-year span, you consumed cocaine in what can only be categorized as prodigiously massive quantities, correct?
As part of my research, yes.
Research, yeah. And after 12 years of round-the-clock research, you finally came to the conclusion that ingesting staggering amounts of powder up your nose was perhaps unhealthy?
I was trying to determine its medicinal value.
Is that your real nose?
Your mother denied you her breast, didn't she?
I'll thank you to let me ask the questions, Dr. Fry.
Fry!
Freud! Yes, forgive me. I made a U-slip, didn't I? Anyways, last question, Mr. Expert Genius, Dr. Freud. You were an about atheist your whole life, correct?
Correct.
And then you died and found out what?
I experienced anti-Semitism as a child. It prejudiced me against all religion.
Einstein experienced prejudice. He wasn't wrong like you. My cousin Woggy can't count to 10 without drooling. He wasn't wrong like you either. Was he? Was he?
Intelligence and faith are two different things.
Are they, Doctor? Because I would say that you can't have one without the other. But of course, I'm not a brilliant expert genius like you. Now, am I?
I had a wonderful, vibrant mind, and my intellectual curiosity was boundless.
Good day, Doctor. Go blow your nose. You are excused.
Dr. Freud, do sane people commit suicide, yes or no?
No. So they can sometimes be tempted to murder.
Go murder an